Hello, my name is David Pilgrim. Welcome to Expect Diversity. Today we're here with three guests to talk about making Ferris a truly diverse institution. Welcome to each of you.
Thank you.
Maybe we can start by you introducing yourselves and maybe telling us a little bit about what you do at Ferris.
Okay. And my name is Janelle Lockwood, and I'm the International Student Advisor at Ferris. And so that means that I advise international students with immigration regulations and cultural adjustment issues.
Okay, now you're not a little bit nervous, are you?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
Hello, my name is Michael Wade. I'm the College Day Special Programs Coordinator for the Office of Multicultural Student Services. I know that's a mouthful, but with College Day we do visitations from high school students, middle school students who want to come to campus and see what Ferris is about, so we help out with admissions. And you also do special programs, so from your cultural events throughout the year to our Ferris Finest Talent Show at the end of the year. So we do a lot of things for the students as far as programming. And
remind me to come back and talk about some of those programs.
Good.
Okay.
I'm Matt Eichhoff. I'm the Interim Director of Student Leadership and Activities here at Ferris. Our office oversees the 200+ student organizations on campus of many different types and genres. We also oversee the Student Volunteer Center with all the community service initiatives here on campus, and we also do a lot of programming on campus. Work with a lot of student organizations that do different events and activities across campus.
Okay. Now we're going to go right straight to the hard questions.
Okay.
What's a man doing being involved with the vagina monologue?
That's a great question, actually. And people wouldn't necessarily pinpoint that, but I think it's helping to raise awareness for sexual assault and domestic violence. The production of the Vagina Monologues actually raises money for WISE, the domestic abuse shelter here in Big Rapids, and that topic is not just a female topic. Raising awareness to both genders helps to educate people on what those issues are about, and a fundraiser of that sort for a great cause is never a bad thing. So I'm definitely proud to be part of that and have our office's stamp on that event.
Well, and I've said this before, we could get rid of racism in the United States if we could get the dominant group. In other words, the group that's numerically and politically in power to say no more racism. By extension, or to draw a parallel, we could get rid of a lot of sexism in our society if men said no more sexism.
Absolutely.
By the way, when's the program?
The program is Friday, February 29th on Leap Day. It starts at 7:30 p.m. in Williams Auditorium.
Okay, good, very good. Yep. Let's start with a big question. And I don't think either of the three of you were at Ferris when I first came in 1990. What's so funny? That's an ageist laugh. You just laughed. Anyway, you know, I would say the three of you are relatively new to the institution. Being at Ferris, looking at Ferris, what do you think we would have to do at Ferris to make it a truly diverse institution? And we'll start with you, Janelle.
Well, my focus is on international students, so I'm just going to give you that from kind of an international perspective. Our international students feel kind of like an us-them kind of relationship with the university. And so I think becoming a more diverse institution, we would have to make them feel more comfortable. And that is exactly my job. And so we do programs offering cultural adjustment things or getting the community involved with international students so that they do feel like they fit in.
Well, if you notice, and of course you would since you're on the Diversity Planning Committee for the university, that one of our objectives in the diversity plan is to build an international students program. And what do you think that should look like? Is that a tough question?
It is a tough question because I know different universities kind of take it at different angles. But what I see right now is international students being kind of diverted to different places like the Temme Center or my office in the Arts and Science Commons, and so they don't really know where to go to. Or so I think the international program, if you want to call it that, would be a place just for them to kind of feel comfortable at home, get all their problems solved if they should happen to have any. So
like in one place that would deal with finances, academics, and everything in a centralized location.
Exactly.
Okay.
I guess I could take, as far as a truly diverse community here at Ferris, I think it's going to, students look for a representation and support. They want to know when they come to campus at Ferris State University, let it be from Chicago area, somewhere far or somewhere in between, that they are seeing individuals who are there to support them and help them with that transition, because we all know college is new and fresh, and sometimes first generation students come a lot, through campus. So they want to see representation of them. That might be faculty and staff. That might be your professors, your administrators, different people, the tutoring center, the actual students. So they want to see that representation. They want to see whether it be race, different backgrounds along that line. They want to see representation and support. They want to know that people are here to help them graduate, not just to say, hey, do your classwork or whatnot, but actually there to help them with that transition, because college is big.
Well, have you been on a campus where you felt, and this is not something you could really put your hands on necessarily, but in a kind of subjective way, where you felt that was what a truly diverse institution was or should be?
I visited a few campuses across the state and abroad. I was fortunate enough to go down south to a historically black college tour, and it's a different culture. One thing that I think it stands out is that here at Ferris, that people are a little bit more welcoming. Sometimes you find different bigger universities, people don't have time to stop and say hi or see you as you go off to your class. If you're a freshman and you're lost on campus, I think freshmen get a chance and the students get a chance to get those resources here a little bit more than a bigger university, and I think that's what makes Ferris unique. So I think that helps, gear toward that a truly diverse institution, because people want, if you're there to support them, you have to be approachable and you have to be open to seeing them and helping them along the way.
Okay.
From my perspective, working in the Office of Student Leadership and Activities, I would say that our main goal is to engage students on campus, and I would love to see where students are engaged outside of their little group that they're normally in. There's plenty of opportunities and events on campus where students could go see something that they've never seen before, that maybe their background doesn't necessarily align with. I would love to see more of a diverse audience at a lot of our events. You tend to see the same people go to the same events, and I think if people would step out of their comfort zone and maybe attend like the YBBW fashion show on a Saturday night, or go to the DeSaga mock beauty pageant, and attend some events and activities that they might not normally go to, I think that they could learn a lot about other people. And I think that would make it more of a truly diverse university. I think also just seeing more students gathered on campus having conversations about hot topics, whether they're hot topics on campus, in the world, in our region, whatever they are. I think just getting different people together to talk about some issues and share their viewpoints, I think that would make us definitely a little bit more diverse on campus.
Well, I've heard students say, for example, some of our white students say that they don't know if they'd be welcome at an event like YBBW. And I've heard some straight students, although they're not as likely to say it out loud, say that things like the DeSaga mock beauty pageant just make them uncomfortable, as it were. How would you respond to that and say to them that you are welcome at those events? And we'll start with you.
Sure. I would just, I would say that until you actually attend the event, or until you speak with someone who's involved with it, that you need to take that initial step yourself, to step outside of your comfort zone and learn a little bit more about those people. And I hear those comments a lot. And then on the other side of the situation, you hear those organizations saying, I don't understand why more people of different backgrounds don't come to our events. And I think it's just each of those groups taking a step out to either invite somebody that normally wouldn't come themselves to the event, or saying, hey, I'm going to check that event out because I've never been to something like that.
I think also a consistency, of administration doing a diversity of activities, not just doing the same thing. And like Matt said, it's always something going on that's different on campus that organizations are throwing on, or us as departments are throwing on.